everybody shared their list. Before we get going and to the WrestleMania predictions and thoughts, did you guys get a chance to watch the Bray Wyatt documentary?
I just watched it today. Um, and I want you to know I text you. I text CPR around I think it was 4 o'clock. I was crying like a little girl watching this documentary. I was touched. I love Bray Wyatt, and there was moments where he'd piss me off, and I didn't like him for a minute. But that's what a good wrestler is supposed to do: piss you off and
Right.
make you cheer and make you hate him at the same time. And I saw how much love he put into what he does, and how much he loved his family. So I saw myself within him. So I was like, wow, that could be me. What if I wasn't here for my kids? And I love what I do so much. I take the time out to plan out what we were gonna wear, and how the show's gonna come out, and
The creativity is similar,
I'm
and
yeah, and I'm worried how we all look as a community, and and so when I saw how much, when I saw myself within his story, it touched me even more. Not only because he's was one of my favorites too, but like to see that, and to see it end the way that it ended, and to see all the wrestlers that we adore, talk about him so highly, and it be narrated by one of the goats, which is the Undertaker. I'm sitting there going, wow, man, like, wow.
yeah,
I
I have
it
to
was
agree.
very well done.
I have to agree with your assessment of it, and it was a great documentary. I can't wait to watch it again. But he just seemed like a really really good guy. Very creative. The Bray Wyatt gimmick is amazing, and that is something that you can think about all the dream matches, right? The actual dream matches that you can have, like the Fiend versus Sting, right? Like, wow, you know what I mean? He actually got to wrestle the Undertaker, so that was cool. The Undertaker really wanted him to be the next generation of like an Undertaker character because of his creativity.
Supernatural, yeah.
Yeah, and and Bo Dallas, his brother, it's a situation where like I hope that they do bring him back as an entity from one of the characters because I think it would do very well, whether it be Uncle Howdy or the new version of the Fiend or whatever the case may be. I would love to see that. I would like to see Alexa Bliss come back because I love all that Funhouse, Bray Wyatt's Funhouse. It was awesome. I got a lot of figures from Bray Wyatt. I got the one where he's playing the code. That's the Funhouse version. Then I got the really burnt mask version. I got the Ultimate Edition. I really liked that character. That was a really cool character, and I
It's
would love to
really
see
cool.
it. Yeah. So yeah, man, it's amazing. And Angel, man, you highly
Not
recommend
yet.
it. Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet, but I will. The issue that I have is that I his passing was so sudden, and it was one of those situations where he, like you said, he was a great storyteller and everything. You know what I mean? Like he thought about everything when
Planned
he
it.
planned everything. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
it's still kind of obvious. It's been a little bit, but it's still one of those situations where I know if I sit down and watch it,
Yeah. And,
waterworks. You know what
and
I mean? So it's
yeah.
No,
like,
I listen. I was home all day today with my daughter, and I was like, she fell asleep, and I said, let me just watch this, And I'm sitting there, yo, ugly lip sobbing, and I'm going, wow, bro, like it really got to me. It really got to me,
it, it
and
it's a testament to the way that we are creatively. Because I know individually as men, and when it comes to music, whether it be me hosting a radio show or doing a podcast, or you guys doing the music in the studio or performing, you guys are creative like that. Because I've seen the trend setting that TKA and K7 have done when it comes to the way people dress. I remember when you guys wore the jeans with the tie and the shirt. Everyone copied you after that with the New York Yankees hat.
Yeah.
right? Angel Mena, like all the years that I spent, and I talk about it all the time. I have a spindle of all the rejected music that I have for Angel. I have every single demo and stuff like that I rejected that he hated me for. But then, in 2011, it just became the genesis of his label NSR, and his creativity and his juices all worked through. Now he's retired, but just seeing just seeing that we are similar beings like Bray Wyatt was, not to the extent that he did it, right, or
Right, right.
or the extent that K7 does it, but the bottom line is creativity. You got to find great ways to make things interesting for the audience that you want to support you. So
Mhm.
it's a great documentary.
Yeah.
Um, I wanted to ask you before we get into the WrestleMania card one more thing. How do you guys feel about AEW now?
Oh boy.
That's a
Um,
loaded
Here's
question.
the reason why, right? Because remember, about a year and a half ago, he was Angel Brenner went to an AEW event, and I was so mad because he got to see Ty Conti at the time. Now she's Ty Mello, and she was my favorite. You talk about the experience that you had with Mercedes Monet. The experience that I had with Ty Mello just you know broke me.
You're dumb.
Oh, but, but, but I got to meet her at Mohegan Sun, and it was just a minute and 30 seconds, the worst interaction of my life, right? But we took the picture. She couldn't care less. You know what I mean? It was just like whatever. But and I was so nervous. I was nervous as you were for Ric Flair, right?
oh
Uh,
my God.
well, Sammy Guevara was right next to her, and so I didn't know at the time that they liked each other, because a few months later he proposed to another woman, whatever the case may be. But they ended up together anyway and having a kid, getting married. And I didn't stop the wedding, so don't worry about it. But so
What?
exactly. So
All right. So
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 the
so so
so what you
AEW
yeah
is on
yeah
is on right now. And I'll be honest with you, I watch it now on fast forward. Um a lot of the wrestlers that were on it, Ricky Starks lost. They all go down the like they all waste good wrestlers and good momentum on all these wrestlers. I think they dropped the ball on CM Punk while he was there. I think that the guys that were in power probably envied Punk, getting a big push, and they didn't like it. Benoit's, you know, not Benoit. I'm sorry. Jericho's whole gimmick is played to me is like
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
not
care.
a Jericho fan either right
I don't
now.
care. I don't care how much more lipo he gets or how big that song, his theme song is. It just doesn't amount to me wanting
Yeah,
to see Jericho anymore. Jericho's not Jericho anymore to me.
no.
so we
Uh,
are
um,
actually recording this on a Wednesday, and AEW
it's
Just
currently on.
finished. No, it didn't just finish.
Uh,
It ended at 10.
yeah, it ended at 10. Uh, I think that Tony Khan has a lot of money, and I just think he's wasting the money. I think they dropped the ball on Wardlow, who I thought was going to be a big star, and now they're pushing him, but I think it's a little too late.
no, he just lost again. He lost to Samoa Joe 2 weeks ago.
There you
Um,
go,
the biggest tag team that they had is the Acclaimed, right?
and they
Like
ruined it.
they won the titles, and then after that they shot them down. Then FTR, which is like Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson 2.0,
All over again, and
the
I
greatest tag team
and
of all time.
I loved the momentum that they were getting, and they lost it too. Wait, there was one more person. Oh, MJF, who is rumored, it could have been April Fool's joke, but is rumored to be signing to WWE.
No,
Um,
he's injured.
No,
He's
he's injured.
recovering.
He's recovering. Yeah. My issue with Tony Khan is that from the beginning, it was he needed to surround himself. Like right now, what he's doing now, he's bringing people in from other companies that know what they're doing, and he's sort of relinquishing some of the day-to-day stuff. It might be too little, too late, but he's showing that he can change. Like they just had a bunch of releases with something that you would never think was going to happen in AEW. True, they were all jobbers, but they didn't. They realized they don't need them on the payroll anymore.
Dasha
Let's get.
Fuentes, correct, was not a jobber.
She was a
Who?
jobber of the highest jobbing jobberness.
Yo,
Dasha was the announcer.
is in your minds, do you think Will Ospreay is that great?
I love Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay to me right now, pound for pound, singles competitor, number one. That guy can go with anybody in the industry and get a good match out of them.
I'm tired of seeing. I'm sorry, Jose. I'm tired of seeing Orange Cassidy matches. I love Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, I'm done with Orange Cassidy
I'm just
too.
doing like, and I used to love the gimmick. I was like, now I don't want to.
I know that right now our friend Ben is watching, right? So I have to say this, right? I love Katsukicha Okada, right? What is it?
Kazuchika? He can't even say his name. Kazuchika.
I'm trying to talk to my boy Ben here, who's watching this right now.
If he would have been on my top 5, I would have skipped his name, bro.
Yeah, Kazuchika Okada. I know. I'm a huge fan of Kazuchika Okada, the greatest of all time. Can we cut that out of the video? It's still just for Ben.
No, I think Will Ospreay is. I think he's. I think they're surprised at how good he is on the mic because obviously we had never really heard him speak before the last couple of weeks. Whenever he came in to do the Forbidden Door stuff, he didn't really speak on the mic, but the guy can go and he can talk. He has the charisma. I think that if they play it right, he could be the face of AEW.
Yeah,
if they play it right.
That's the problem.
The only thing worse than AEW is NXT right now to me. I think
Don't say that. Don't say that to Jose. Don't say that to Jose.
No, there was a long time where I would watch everything. It would be Raw, NXT, Dynamite, then it would be SmackDown, then after SmackDown, Rampage, Saturdays is Collision. And I'm like, this is too many hours of my life. I can't get back, right? So I don't watch any of it live for the most part. I do Raw. I do some SmackDown, but then I usually record it and watch it back. But to me, AEW is no longer like you have to watch your first run. You know what I mean? And that's sad because a few years ago, I was envious of Angel Mena getting to see Ty Mello at Daly's place in Florida.
They were in Miami. They were at the Knights
when they
Center
were.
in
I'm trying to
Miami.
make a story here, sir. but the bottom line is he went to an event and he went to a recording and it was great.
I was there when Malachi Black debuted. Remember? That was the event I was in. So the lights went out. All of a sudden, the lights come back on. Malachi Black is in the ring and he spin kicks Cody Rhodes. I was like,
but who cares about that? Because Ty Mello.
For a while, I was really rooting for them to get better. Like I thought, wow, I thought this is the start of a new WCW. Like to me, I thought this was going to be great because WWE is only going to get better if it has competition. Because if there's no competition,
they get lazy.
Yeah, I mean. And TNA is never going to be competition for WWE. Never. It's
they just fired the Scott D'Amore.
Yeah,
and they're.
So I asked about AEW. What are your thoughts of it? Right?
We went all the way over here.
Yeah, but so just to me to sum it up, it's not must-see TV right now at the moment. I do support it, and I do watch all the pay-per-views.
Yep, same here.
I don't pay for them, but I do watch them. But so the bottom line is,
I don't watch any of the pay-per-views. I'll wait until it's over.
The Darby Allin stunt that he did for
that was ridiculous.
Match, I thought it took me off because I'm like,
that was unnecessary.
The drunken I miss you drop. I don't understand why he would do that, but whatever. But I just wanted to get your thoughts on AEW. And so now let's get down to the nitty gritty. We're here to talk about
Yeah, let's go.
WrestleMania.
Let's go. Let's
All right,
go.
here we go.
So night one, we have Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio. So you know that's going to be a spot fest. Who do you got on this one?
Um, I sadly, I think that Santos and Dominic are going to win it.
They're gonna go over. Yeah.
I'm going to go with Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee to take it.
With and well, let me tell you what I believe. I'm gonna make a prediction on what I think is gonna happen.
Right.
I think that uh um what's Charlotte's husband's name now?
Andrade.
I think Andrade is gonna join the Judgment Day because he's gonna interfere in this match.
Well,
Something tells me that.
that could happen. I thought it was pretty embarrassing when Carlos Colon Jr. was in the ring, and they're like, "I got a partner for this match," and Carlos Colon's right next to him. They don't choose him; they choose Dragon Lee to come out. So
Oh wait, I forgot about that. I
you know what
forgot
I mean.
about that.
So I hope there's a little something out of that. But I did see that. Night number one, we also have Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. What do you guys think?
I love Rhea Ripley.
I love Rhea Ripley too.
I think giving the belt to the man right now would be a disservice. I think they need to keep the belt on Rhea a little bit longer to solidify her place as
Yeah,
one of the, she does the work and she's earned it.
She needs to be the female Roman for a minute,
Hmm.
but not for too long.
She should win. She should win, and then right after Charlotte Flair comes out.
No, you know what I see.
Yo, I'm done with you.
I think that she should keep it. I think that there should be I think that next year there should be a small run between her and Bianca again, and then another, and then another small run between her and Naomi,
Mm-hmm.
right? Of course, they're both going to lose, and I think that going into next year's Mania, I think it should be Rhea versus Jade.
Well, speaking of Jade,
Yeah.
Jade Cargill is going to be teaming up with Naomi and Bianca Belair versus Damage Control, Dakota Kai,
First of all,
and Kairi Sane.
What? And I'm sorry, ladies, whoever's watching this, for how I'm about to describe, but what an animal that woman is like. I never see, like, she is so in shape, bro.
The views and opinions here.
Yeah, I take it. That's why I started with a disclaimer, because I'm like, yo, like first of all, she's tall as hell. She's tall as more than anyone else. You know, perfect female to play Storm in the X-Men. Perfect. Like perfect typecast. It's an easy match for her to win by herself. She doesn't need anybody else to fight Damage Control. She could do it all by herself. That's an easy match. You know who's going to win out of that. Like,
oh yeah, absolutely, all day. They're going to protect Jade for a while,
unless this girl does another. You know, she. The only way is I see Bailey coming back in and and turning heel again against everybody.
It's a title match, and it's on day 2, so that won't happen. So we're gonna stick with Bianca, Naomi, and Jade.
Oh, my bad. My
Jade,
my bad.
Scratch your eyes out. But doesn't Jade Cargill give you a vibe of
Goldberg?
Not Goldberg.
No, she's the female Goldberg.
Female Goldberg, kind of.
She's the female Goldberg.
Think about James Bond movie, African American woman.
Oh, you're talking about
Grace Jones.
Yeah,
she gives me that Grace Jones vibe. But Jade Cargill, very very good looking woman. She just gives me that statuesque Grace Jones like type. She's a movie star. If she and Dwayne could get a movie role together, that'd be great. But she's amazing.
Bro, what is she? She's like 7 feet tall?
I don't know what she is, but she was wearing high heels last week, and I was like, man, please stomp on me.
All right, go ahead.
Oh
What's
my
the next
God.
one?
Let's
For
go to
the
the next one.
for the undisputed tag team titles, it's a six-pack challenge. It's Finn Balor and Damian Priest versus DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, versus The Awesome Truth, The Miz and R-Truth, versus The New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, versus Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, versus Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. Now, the one thing that was mentioned on Monday was that both sets of titles have to be taken from the ladder. So it appears that we might have two different teams with two different sets of titles by the end of this. So you guys want to pick who you think are going to take the SmackDown titles and the Raw titles?
Judgment Day is going to retain one of those.
I think Theory and Waller are going to take the other one. As
Waste,
much as I don't,
waste of talent. Waste of talent. Oh
but
my
I
God.
could see them giving the belt to also Awesome Truth because
Okay.
R-Truth is.
So the Raw tag team titles will go to Awesome Truth, and the SmackDown would go to who? The Austin Theory Grayson Waller combo.
No, because then that leaves Judgment Day without a belt.
Right, but Damian Priest has the money in the bank.
So you think? Oh, so if they lose, then I most definitely think Damian is going to cash in. If they lose,
Absolutely.
but if they retain, that still opens up some other avenues for them to go.
But is the Money in the Bank for? Is it to be used for tag team or is it?
No. We're saying later on in the night.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
hey, Cody wins, and then Damian comes out after him getting his butt kicked, or even, well, it would have to be Cody because the winner of Seth and
Are you doing Steiner math right now, sir?
no, I forgot. I can never say his name because I always think of when his last name was Galloway. What's the Scottish guy who's fighting? Yes, him.
Okay.
So I think that CM Punk is going. That's the third person in that stew there. So we'll see.
Can I tell you something? A-Town Down Under is my least favorite two guys in professional wrestling right now. if I can tell you that Grayson Waller should have stayed in NXT because they needed him down there, and I think that Austin Theory is. I think all the potential that the kid got, they moved him up too quick, and he became a jobber too fast. And now I don't want to see him
near a belt.
I don't want to see him near a belt. You know what I think they should do? I think
how you really feel.
no, man. I no, honestly, man. I think that they should send them off to AEW or TNA. Let them be out there for a minute.
Wow.
And then bring them back under a new gimmick because
you gotta send them to the other team. That's how bad you want them off your TV.
Because I just don't. I think that they wasted it on this kid. The kid, first of all, the kid has everything going for him, right? And then they make him into like the whack. He like the whack is heel. He needs development. Like, and he's lost so much already. Like, how do you want him to be around? It's like Baque.
Well, that's when they put him on a tag team match, and they hit the guy
like, come on, man. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. You don't think that's a waste of talent?
The point is that they hit him in this tag team match. I mean, 1 year ago he was fighting or wrestling John Cena. You know what I mean? And now here we are, 360.
Incredible. What an incredible fall from grace, bro.
Sometimes you got to fall to pick yourself back up and get back up.
They will put in the whole. Every time they say that they're letting go of wrestlers, I can't wait to see his name on the list, bro. I swear to you.
They have Baron Corbin, for goodness sake, still there. Remember, they got to swing, better
But
swing to
but they send him to the minor leagues. That's what NXT is, the minor leagues. You know
All right,
who?
so
Yo, you know who's always in? You know who they always send down to the minor leagues that I feel so bad for because she can't catch a break, and she taught all the female wrestlers how to wrestle.
Natty
Natalia.
Reinhardt, yeah.
Natalia is down in the minor leagues, and Corbin being down in the minor leagues. I'm like, oh man, I feel horrible for the guy.
So back to WrestleMania night one.
And like even when he wins, and even when he wins, nobody really cares. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was like, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. My bad.
This program is brought to you by Gaslighting by
My
K7.
bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. Go.
So the brothers Uso are going to be going at it. So it's going to be Jimmy versus Jay. Do you think Rikishi comes out and whips them both?
That would be a good. He comes out and smacks them both around.
That would be awesome.
So who do you got in the Uso match?
I want Jay to win, bro.
I do too.
I want Jay to win. I like the movement of Jay Uso right now. I'm not gonna front. Jimmy's funny as hell, and he's been developing himself as a good character. Good character over the past year. He's not as good at acting as Jay is, so I want Jay to continue getting the push.
I think Little Wayne's gonna get involved in this one. I honestly think this match is a year too late. I'm not interested in this match at all. No yeet.
No, it could be opener. It could be opener for the night for me. It's not that. It's not like I'm dying to see it, but it could be the opener of the night. In fact, I'm going to be watching this weekend at Westbury backstage before I go on. And I'm hoping I don't go on to 11 so I can catch all the matches. But anyway.
You don't want to miss, and it goes on. You want to wait till after Stevie or whoever performs. We have the Intercontinental title match, Gunther versus Sami Zayn.
Gunther, like there's just no reason that Gunther is an animal. Like who are they gonna put up against him to take that belt from him?
Kay, did you just make a noise like you want to fall asleep? So you're more interested in the Uso match than the Gunther versus Sami Zayn?
All right, here's the thing. I like Sammy. I'm a Sammy fan, right? I'm a Sammy fan, but Sammy hasn't been the same period since he left the bloodline, right? They no momentum. Even when they went to Israel, they killed that momentum too, right? So they've killed every single bit of momentum for Sammy, and then he's really second fiddle in this match because he wasn't supposed to be the one to be going against Gunther. The real storyline was Gable, right? And Gunther is a beast and is going to be throwing Sammy around for at least 20 minutes. So I don't see this being really a fun match. I could be wrong, but
I think that it'll be the match of the night.
You think so?
Yeah, man.
He's being sarcastic.
No, I'm not being sarcastic. Sami Zayn. Do you remember Cesaro versus Sami Zayn NXT? How he, or Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sami Zayn NXT? Those matches were epic, and so Gunther is in the same, category as a wrestler's wrestler versus the guy that likes to come from under and fight up. You know what I mean? Sami Zayn. So this is going to be an underdog versus, Battle of the Titans or Clash of the Titans, or you want to say,
what was Sami Zayn's independent name?
I can't say it because of legal.
No. What is it?
Oh,
wasn't it El Generico? The generic one?
Yes.
So think about that. That's who he is.
I'll be honest with you. I would rather be wrong and it be match of the night, but I'm not enthused for this particular match.
Okay,
I'm more enthused. No, come on, let's go for the main event.
I'm trying to say that now. So the main event is Roman Reigns and The Rock versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. So you got for the main event, sir.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Who do you have for the main event?
Adrian, you
Uh,
go.
Obviously, The Rock and Roman are going to win. It's because they have to have Cody overcome the bloodline rules to make it that much sweeter.
Listen, I'm gonna say this right now. I hope Cody loses. I
You
really
hope he
do.
loses?
Listen, if Cody wins, that
Night
means that.
one, night one, or both nights?
Let me just finish, please. If Cody wins the title, that means that Sammy Guevara is higher and better than Cody because Sammy Guevara beat Cody for the TNT title before he left.
You, my friend. See, there are moments like this where I reconsider our friendship and I rethink.
And let me just finish. And then Sammy Guevara ended up marrying Ty Conti. This is bullshit.
Wow. I'm gonna get you a Ty Conti a poster, bro. I'm sending it to you.
For real, this guy.
I have an autographed picture here. I put it in the drawer. I don't want to see it ever again. I got the action figure. I'm okay. Um, so Roman Reigns and The Rock versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. You're going for The Rock and Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
You second that?
Um, I think there's gonna be a heel turn here somehow. I don't know why I feel that way. I don't think I don't think that this is the night that the Rock.
K7 is booking like Tony Khan tonight.
No, I
No,
don't
I
think
could see Seth turning.
I could see
I could,
Seth turning.
yeah.
I could see Seth turning. But I'll be honest with you, even if Cody and Seth win night one, um, I believe that I believe that that bloodline rules will still apply on night two because I still think that they will all walk out somehow.
All right, so let's get to night two. Night number two, WrestleMania night two. All right. For the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. What you got?
I think they keep it on Seth only because the money that they can make off of a match with him and CM Punk and this trash talking between the both of them, bro.
Have you not seen how Drew McIntyre has been
Fixated on, yeah.
trolling? I'm gonna go with Drew McIntyre on this one.
You
They
think
have to
so?
they have to pull the trigger. Please give him the title already. Because if not, I hope that Drew wins it, and then right after Puerto Rican Damian Priest comes out and pins him after he cashes in.
I mean that would be dope. That would be dope, or it would be that then Drew loses it to CM Punk, and then it's a different
Yeah,
match between.
CM Punk is doing commentary for this, so he could also be a factor.
Oh, okay.
True. I would like Rollins to win, but I kind of agree that McIntyre is going to walk away with it.
The WWE Women's title is on the line. Io Sky versus Bayley.
The revenge aspect of it makes me feel like I would like Bayley to win.
I
Out
just
of
want the I just
out,
want the
out of
bakery to win. 'Cause she got them cakes, brother.
Bro,
Another Latina in the WrestleMania card.
Yo.
bro. Bailey's Latina?
Yes.
I didn't know that. I didn't know she was Latina. I was like, but
It's obvious she's Latina. She got the Taylor thing going. LA Knight versus AJ Styles.
LA Knight versus AJ Styles.
I don't see AJ being a fixture in the main event scene like LA Knight could be.
I think it's another gimmick that they've run to the ground when they could have had great momentum with it. So I
LA?
think, yeah, I think that these two are going to be fighting for a good. I think that they need to be fighting for a good part of the year to come, going into Christmas time before they could find somebody else worth switching to. So I almost see this. I see AJ walking away as the winner.
I see this as a potential match of the night, and I say it like this. A few years back, it was AJ Styles versus um, Shane McMahon. Nobody thought that match was going to be good. It was a match of the night. Anytime you have AJ Styles involved, he makes everyone great. He is the Will Ospreay,
He's a fantastic
or
wrestler.
Will Ospreay is the AJ Styles of
Yeah,
AEW.
yeah.
He's and AJ is a student of the technical wrestler that we were speaking about earlier on. So body frame, same body frame, same height. Um, the only thing is that AJ is more of a high flyer than the guy that we were talking about earlier that shall not be mentioned again. Um, LA Knight, I, I don't see him getting a push until Hollywood Johnson goes away again, because as long as Hollywood Johnson's here, their gimmicks clash, bro. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true.
In a Philadelphia street fight, Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits versus the Final Testament, Puerto Rican, Karrion Cross, and the other two guys.
The most hidden Puerto Rican in professional wrestling ever.
It's him and who are the guys that he's teaming with? I forgot.
Uh,
AOP.
yeah,
Oh, the authors of pain. That's right.
these guys have come in under so many gimmicks that nobody really cares anymore. Like,
Now, the ironic part, or the part that we have to point out, is that AOP has had the same gimmick, but nobody has cared. So they
nope.
think it's multiple different gimmicks, but it's just AOP.
Yeah, and Montez Jordan and Angelo
Montez
Dawkins.
Ford.
Montez Ford. I'm sorry.
Montel Jordan, the
This is
singer.
how we do it.
This is how we do it. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, I feel bad for, because they're never going to get the push that they deserve. Montez Ford is incredible, and a great seller, a great wrestler. He should be on his own, but there's no
I
way.
will say that he doesn't have the chops for talking, but
Mm-mm.
I would have MVP talk for him.
Yes.
I would like to have that happen.
Yes, that'd be
And
nice.
his tag team partner, he put in some work and got himself into shape. So
Yeah.
he's no Marty Jannetty. He's
Yeah.
going to be a star as well if they give him an opportunity.
But in my opinion, Bobby Lashley has the same problem as Montez. It's like great physique, great wrestling, but it's
He
like
just can't talk. He can't cut a promo to save his life. Yeah.
Well,
So
I enjoyed Bobby Lashley in TNA because he was saying he was the president's favorite, and at the time it was Donald Trump who was the president. So if you remember in WrestleMania, he was a representative for Donald Trump versus Umaga, who was representing Vince McMahon, where they ended up shaving his head. So that's that. But who you taking on this match, or does anybody care?
I don't care.
Yeah, this one's a wash for me.
I'm going to go with Karrion Cross and the Final Testament on this one.
Because he's Puerto Rican?
No, I think Karrion Cross it could be the guy if they pushed him the correct way and they didn't mess him up with a helmet a few years back, but the demolition helmet.
The gladiator thing, yeah, that was horrible.
Oh God, things we want to forget.
But look, he has the hottest chick in the game, right? Because his wife is top 10, right? Here, she's very Sable-esque, right? And then you have the Puerto Rican guy. He's like a male model, right? They could restructure him. They could be Macho and Liz if they wanted to, but for some reason they got to play a demonic character. And
no, they got to take him back to being Killer Cross.
Absolutely.
They got to take it back to basics.
Absolutely.
When he was Killer Cross.
Right. WWE United States Triple Threat Championship match is Logan Paul, the champion, U.S. champion, versus Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. I'm going with Logan Paul on this
one. I'm a Randy fan. I'm a diehard Randy fan. I love Randy to death, and I would love to see Randy beat the hell out of Logan Paul. I don't want to see him lose against Kevin Owens, because I do like Kevin Owens, but I would want Randy to come out on top.
Coincidentally, Randy Orton's wife is freestyle artist Freeze's daughter.
Yeah, and and uh um and his son is comedian Jay Garcia. But I'll tell you that Jay Garcia never lets anyone know that it's his sister that's married to Randy. So he always says that Randy's his cousin when it's really his brother-in-law.
Absolutely.
So go ahead.
Also the son of Freeze. But
Also the
anyway,
son of Freeze.
yes. We also have another match that we're looking forward to, and that's the main event, which is going to be Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. The story has to end.
The story has to end.
The only way the story doesn't end, and for me, would be obviously it'll be bloodline rules. He gets screwed, but this time it's Tama who shows up and costs him the title. So now he has to go through Tama. And you know what I mean? To get in line again.
I think that, in my opinion, what's going to happen is this: Cody will win, and The Rock is going to turn on Roman, and The Rock will take over the bloodline, and Roman will come back as a face.
This would be a great time. After like a brief vacation for Roman, yes, I see it. This is what I would like to happen, and I agree with you. I want Randy. I want to get rid of the whole story of. I don't want to hear about the story. I don't want to hear about the story anymore. I just want to get it out of the way. And if the WWE wants to be nice and right the wrongs of what they did to Dusty with Cody for what, a week?
They absolutely didn't do anything wrong to Dusty.
How long do you? Here's a question I have to ask the two of you. If Cody does win on Sunday,
he's a transitional champion.
So it's like what, a month?
Let me ask you a question. So Cody wins. Who challenges him?
It's probably either going to be Rollins or it's going to be CM Punk.
I would say The Rock.
You think The Rock wants another title run?
I think The Rock versus Cody will be a SummerSlam match.
So the Rock, because that would be the ultimate heel, right? Because then The Rock is the boss and is the champ.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the story has to end. I don't want to see it for another third year. And again, like Dusty chased Ric Flair for the title for 2 years, and then he didn't win the second time around at the Starrcade. He won it at the Great American Bash. So, it took an extra 6 months for him to get that, and that's a little too long to wait. Maybe 8 months, I think, but it was just a little too long to wait. And at the end, it wasn't the same. Storylines lose steam, right? If you're dedicated to a storyline for 2 years and it doesn't pay off, they're not going to be patient for another 6-7 months.
Yeah.
So
do you think that there's going to be any surprise?
Yes.
Wrestlers showing up.
I think
other than the new bloodline guy.
I think that if it's bloodline rules, I think that Brock Lesnar will come out, and I think Stone Cold will come out.
Do you think that after the allegations is it's too soon for Lesnar?
Yeah, I don't see Lesnar coming back for a while, bro. He's wrapped up in all of that. Whether you want to believe it or not, he's wrapped up in that.
I honestly don't want to talk about that stuff. I'm not into pooping on somebody's forehead, but the bottom line is that that's my that's my prediction that Brock Lesnar will come out and Stone Cold, and we'll just have like just a big bloodline bash, and that's just my prediction. But we'll see some surprises. They're even talking about Kelsey coming out, the football player. They're talking about
Travis Kelsey.
They're talking about.
Oh, you mean Jason Kelsey from the Philadelphia Eagles?
Right, and so
I was like,
They're talking about next year Taylor Swift versus Mercedes Monet.
Whatever. Right.
It's
Get
just like,
out of here. Get out of here.
look, man, it's been an honor to have you both here to record this 2-hour episode. Just shooting the shit with my friends about professional wrestling. We got to do it again. We got to do a post show.
Yeah,
So we'll
absolutely.
get together to do that. Thank you guys for being here.
You know, we should do one. We should do one where we watch Raw live and give
Yeah.
commentary.
That'd be great. And
Oh yeah.
the
I'm
next time
down.
that we get together, we got to talk about our top 5 tag teams, and talk about your favorite tag teams of all time. Because when we did our top 5, we had like a top 20, and we forgot this person, we forgot that person.
Well, you know what though? You know what the thing is that it's not just us, right? The viewers want to know why didn't we mention certain names? And yeah, we give who our favorites are, but we have to turn around and mention those people too in a way to let them know, hey, we forgot this one, we forgot that one.
I would like to take Hulk Hogan as number 1 and remove him. And since you guys picked Chris Benoit, I'm going to pick Rock and Roll Bug Zumoff.
Goodbye, bro.
Why don't you Google that one?
All right, guys.
Thank you so much.
Peace, bro.
Until next time, it's CPR saying goodbye. And remember, for my friends and I, it's not who you love, it's how. And we'll talk to you soon.